Hey everybody, are you ready to make some low-carb chili with me? All right, I've got some chuck roast here. I'm going to cut half of this, separate it, put it in the freezer for later. I have 2 green peppers, 2 yellow onions. These will all get diced up. I have a packet of Williams original chili seasoning, and this is really, really good stuff. I don't know if you could find it in the store or if you can order it online. I've got tomato sauce. I've got diced tomatoes. One thing I'm forgetting, beef broth. I'm going to use the whole box. I like it kind of soupy. If you don't like it so soupy, you can use half of the box. It'll be just fine. Okay, let's get started. Now, what I did was I cut the beef into big pieces. And so once it cooks and it gets all nice and, again, I'm showing you this because I think that you should find this. It really makes a difference. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the crock pot. I'm going to stick it in here for like 6 hours on high, again with the chili cat. Okay, we saw it. All right, and then for the last hour or two, I'm going to turn it to like medium. And then just shred the chili. So, I mean, if you're going to be gone at work all day or whatever, or overnight, just stick it and let it cook. And it is absolutely amazing. Honey had it for dinner. He had it for breakfast. He had it for lunch. It was so amazing. Okay, so now I've got the extra chuck roast packaged and ready for the freezer. And I'm going to turn up my oven to 400 for the corny bread, or we've been calling it Cornish bread. I've got a dollop of butter, and I'm just going to grease I think it's a 10-inch cast iron pan skillet. Okay, this is everything that goes in the Cornish bread. One thing you really need, and you might need to order it on Amazon, is this sweet corn extract. This is wonderful, and this is what's going to give it that wonderful cornbread flavor. We're using almond flour, and so we're not actually using cornmeal. And we're going to use 5 cups of the almond flour. It's going to be blanched. That's what's going to give it the nice cornmeal texture. And this one I got at Walmart. It's a great value. I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/3 cup of the monk fruit erythritol sweetener. This is what I'm using, and it turned out great. The recipe that I'm going to link below uses an allulose monk fruit blend, but this will work just fine. I also have a teaspoon of sea salt, 2/3 cup of unsalted butter, and we're going to melt that. 2/3 cup unsweetened almond milk, and I've got my sweet corn extract, 1 tablespoon, and 6 large eggs. And so basically what we're going to do first is we're going to mix all the dry ingredients together. Oh, and this is, some people heat up the pan first before they put the cornbread in. I'm not going to do that this time. Okay, so I mixed up all of the dry ingredients, and then I mixed all the wet ingredients except for the corn extract. I added the butter last here, and now I'm just going to mix all of this up. Once that's mixed up, now I will add in the corn extract and make sure that that gets distributed very well, and it smells really sweet. Okay, so now I'm going to spread it in our cast iron pan here and make sure that it's nice and flat. It really looks pretty when it comes out, you guys. It's really amazing. Everybody loved it. The kids loved it. My husband loved it. Now, it is quite dense. So 1/16 of this is a serving. So, and you will get really, you'll get satiated and full by it. You're not going to want to eat like a ton of it. Like with cornbread, I used to eat like a bunch. You really can't do that with this. This is just too heavy. All right, so I'm going to put it in the oven here, and I believe I put it in there for about 35 minutes. You can put it 35 to 40 minutes, but 35 was just fine, and it got really nice and golden brown. As you can see, it came out looking beautiful, and I tested it with a toothpick, and it was just fine when that came out dry. It was absolutely beautiful. And I cut it while it was still pretty hot. So the top of it started, like coming off because I didn't wait for it to cool at all. But I just wanted to show you how soft and moist it was inside. I mean, it is just so decadent and wonderful. And here's the chili. I just decorated it with a dollop of sour cream, some avocado, a little bit of mozzarella cheese. And again, this is dense also, so you really just need like a little bit of this, and some of the cornbread, you need a little bit of that, and you're just fine. This is extremely satiating, and this is a low-carb meal. Very good, guys. I highly recommend this.